Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to go over uranium, do a technical analysis of some uranium companies. Again, we're still in a pullback. I'm looking for buyers to step in, but they haven't. So we are still chopping sideways to lower. That's my take on it. We'll dive right in here. We'll look at the charts and I'll show you what I'm seeing. So this is for uranium. So right off the bat, I'm going to start with the ETF. It gives you a kind of a really good overall picture of the sector. We came up into this ascending wedge pattern. It contracted up right into the corner, broke to the downside on good volume, signaling that we're going to have a pullback. We're pulling back. We had a little bit of an up move here. We're still pulling back. We still got sellers out there. So we're going to continue to sell down until the buyers step in and stop it. Quite obvious, right? Looking at the bigger picture for Uranium, just kind of zooming out, I took a line and drew it across these basically support trend line. We got another hit here, another hit here, and what we want to do is we want to hold right here. If we don't hold, we could see a good move lower to something maybe in the range of down here or up here, 47.50 maybe, somewhere in that range. Could be another spot that we may hit, but we could see a further pullback here if that line doesn't hold. CCJ, I'm just kind of looking at the patterns that are creating on the right-hand side. It does look like we have a little bit of buyers here, kind of just holding this thing up across here. So we got some support. Next Gen Energy, at least we get a little bit of a wick. I wish it was a hammer pattern with a much bigger wick, signaling that there's some buyers under here that were buying it back up and getting the momentum to change to the upside. But we do have some support underneath here, so it doesn't look horrible. Denison Mines, a little bit of a wick. That's not too bad. UU, looks like we're bouncing around. Still a lot of momentum here with some volume being sold off. We could go lower here. Global Atomic looks like it's selling off pretty good and ended strong to the downside, which means momentum could continue lower to the downside. And then Bannerman, we're right there at its support line. Let's see if it holds. If it doesn't hold, we could be heading lower. There's a lot of support there, a lot of buyers and sellers. Encore Energy, we're coming on up. Come down, lower high, got a nice little bearish engulfing. Another bearish engulfing, which means that we have a statistical probability of heading lower. So this could go lower. Goviax, we've got the pullback going on. It is continuing to pull back until it doesn't, but we've got a little bit of support here at 16 cents. It doesn't look too bad. Baseload is continuing to pull back as well, and it's trying to find support down here. Now that's all I charted out. All the rest, they're all roughly the same chart patterns. If you look at the rest, they're all very similar. We are trying to find support, and we haven't found it yet where we can find that support, jump off of it, get the buyers to participate and step back in and push this higher. We're seeing it across the board in commodities. We're the energy sector in general. You're looking at oil. Oil's pulling back. Uranium's pulling back. We've got gold and silver's got that had a hard sell-off. We could be seeing an overall market pullback too, which isn't going to help these. I think it's going to drag most everything lower. So we could run into an event where everything goes down. Maybe we have margin calls and other things that's going to put pressure on this sector. So if we see the overall sector starts to sell off, if we see the margin debt start to contract, we could see the uranium sector pull back with everything else. So if you guys like this type of analysis, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already, and thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.